5 signs your partner is dangerous. Trust your instincts. Your gut has been telling you something is wrong. Your friends and family see it too, but you keep making excuses for them because they're not that bad yet. Here's what you need to understand. Dangerous people show you who they are early. Most people just ignore the signs because they don't want to believe they're with someone capable of serious harm. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 signs that your partner is genuinely dangerous, not just difficult, not just toxic, actually dangerous in ways that could escalate to violence, serious psychological damage, or worse. Sign 1. They have explosive, uncontrollable rage that terrifies you. One of the clearest signs of a dangerous partner is rage that goes beyond normal anger. This is explosive, terrifying rage that seems to come from nowhere, escalates rapidly, and feels out of control. You've seen them lose it completely, screaming, throwing things, punching walls, breaking objects, or directing rage at you in ways that make you genuinely afraid. Watch how quickly it happens. Minor frustrations trigger massive, disproportionate rage. One moment they're fine, next moment they're screaming, threatening, violent. The speed of escalation is terrifying. You can't see it coming. Normal anger builds gradually with warning signs. Dangerous rage detonates instantly. An inability to regulate rage means inability to control violence. Look at what happens during the rage. Punching walls, throwing objects, breaking things. Physical intimidation, getting in your face, cornering you, blocking exits. Violence directed at objects instead of you. But the threat is clear. He punched the wall right next to my head is not better than being hit. It's a demonstration of what he's capable of. Violence against objects is violence in your presence. It's a threat and a preview. Notice how you feel during these episodes. Your body goes into fight or flight mode. You feel physical fear. Your heart raises, you freeze, you look for escape routes. You modify your behavior to avoid triggering their rage. Fear is your body's danger recognition system. When you're afraid of your partner, there's a reason. Frustration is normal in relationships. Fear is a signal of danger. And pay attention to the quality of the rage. They seem completely dissociated during it, like a different person. They say things like, "I can't control it," or "I black out when I'm angry." They claim they don't remember what they said or did. Whether they truly can't control it or are pretending, someone who loses control during rage is dangerous. "I can't control my anger" means they will eventually hurt you seriously. Watch what happens after. They minimize. "I didn't hit you, did I?" Or "It wasn't that bad." Or they blame you. "You pushed me to that point." Or "You made me lose control." No genuine accountability for the terror they caused. Taking responsibility would mean changing. Blaming means it will happen again. The first time Jake's girlfriend saw his rage, it terrified her. They were in traffic and someone cut him off. Jake went from 0 to screaming, chasing the other car, getting out at a red light and pounding on their window. His girlfriend watched someone she thought she knew transform into someone unrecognizable and violent. At home, minor things would trigger the same rage. Dinner being cold, her not answering her phone immediately. He'd punch walls, throw things, scream inches from her face. She started walking on eggshells, constantly monitoring his mood, avoiding anything that might set him off. When she told her friend asked, "Are you afraid of him?" The honest answer was yes. That fear was her instinct telling her she was with someone dangerous. 6 months later, the rage was directed at her physically. The wall punching had been the preview. So trust your fear. If you're afraid during their rage, you're in danger. Document episodes with video or audio if safe, written records with dates and details. Create a safety plan. Know your exits, have a go bag, identify safe people and places. Don't minimize by saying, "They've never hit me." That ignores that violence against objects is violence in your presence. Leave when you can safely. Explosive rage always escalates. Sign 2. They're cruel to animals, children, or vulnerable people. How someone treats beings who are weaker or can't defend themselves reveals their true character. If your partner is cruel to animals, mean to children, dismissive or abusive toward elderly people, or enjoys making vulnerable people suffer, you're seeing who they truly are. Cruelty to those who can't fight back is one of the strongest predictors of violence toward partners. Watch their behavior with animals. Hurting, kicking, throwing, or disciplining animals with violence, enjoying animals' fear or pain, accidentally hurting animals repeatedly. Animal cruelty is documented in childhood histories of violent criminals and domestic abusers. Someone who can hurt defenseless creatures can hurt you. Watch how they treat children. Excessive harshness, cruelty, or lack of patience with children seems to enjoy children being upset or afraid. Inappropriate anger toward children for normal child behavior. Watch how they treat your kids, nieces and nephews, or children in public. Are they kind or cruel? People who are mean to children lack empathy and self-control. Both predict partner violence. See how they interact with elderly or disabled people, mocking, dismissing, or showing contempt for elderly relatives or strangers. Impatient or cruel with people who have disabilities. Views vulnerable people as burdens or annoyances, rather than humans deserving respect. How they treat people with less power shows how they'll treat you when you're vulnerable. Notice if they laugh at others' pain or misfortune, enjoys seeing people hurt, embarrassed, or suffering, takes genuine pleasure in others' pain, schadenfreude that goes beyond normal, lacks empathy when others are struggling or suffering. Someone who enjoys suffering won't have empathy for your suffering. Watch for "it was just a joke" cruelty. They say cruel things, then claim they're joking when you're hurt, humiliates you or others publicly and laughs it off. Pranks that are actually cruel and cause genuine distress. Cruelty disguised as humor is still cruelty, and it shows they enjoy your discomfort. Maria's boyfriend seemed perfect until she saw how he treated his older mother. He spoke to her with contempt, mocked her forgetfulness, got irrationally angry when she moved slowly. Maria also noticed he'd discipline his dog by hitting it hard enough to yelp. When Maria expressed concern, he said, "The dog needs to learn," and "My mom is annoying." Maria rationalized he was just stressed. Then Maria got the flu and was bedridden for a week. Her boyfriend showed the same contempt toward her vulnerability, annoyed by her needs, impatient with her weakness, cold when she asked for help. Maria realized he had no empathy for anyone vulnerable. The cruelty toward her mother and the dog was the preview. When she became vulnerable, she experienced the same cruelty. That's when she knew she was with someone dangerous. Don't rationalize cruelty. There's no excuse for enjoying suffering of vulnerable beings. Watch how they treat service workers, elderly people, children, animals. That's who they really are. Take it as a warning. If they're cruel to others who can't fight back, they'll be cruel to you. Protect children and animals. If you have kids or pets, this person is dangerous to them too. Leave before you're the vulnerable one. During illness, pregnancy, or injury, when you need the most, you'll see the cruelty. Sign 3. They show zero empathy, remorse, or accountability for harm they cause. Dangerous people lack the capacity for genuine empathy, remorse, or accountability. When they hurt you, physically or emotionally, they don't feel bad about it. They don't take responsibility. They either deny it happened, minimize the harm, blame you for it, or simply don't care. This emotional coldness combined with harmful behavior is what makes someone truly dangerous. Watch for no genuine remorse after causing harm. They hurt you and show no emotional response to your pain. Apologies, if they come, are hollow, no emotion behind them. They seem annoyed that you're upset rather than sorry they hurt you. Lack of remorse means lack of internal brake that stops harmful behavior. People who don't feel bad about hurting you will keep hurting you. Notice their complete inability to take accountability. Never genuinely apologize without qualification or blame shifting. Every "I'm sorry" comes with "but you" or excuses. They cannot admit wrongdoing without deflecting responsibility. You confront them about something hurtful, they make themselves the victim. People who can't take accountability can't change harmful behavior. See their emotional coldness when you're suffering. When you're crying, in pain, or suffering, they're unmoved or annoyed. Your emotions seem to irritate them rather than generate concern.
They can't or won't comfort you, show empathy, or acknowledge your feelings. Inability to empathize with your suffering indicates they don't connect your emotions to their behavior. Listen to how they blame you for everything they do. "You made me hit you. You pushed me to that. If you hadn't done X, I wouldn't have done Y." Every harmful thing they do is framed as a reaction to something you did. People who blame others for their own actions will never stop the harmful actions. If you're always responsible for their behavior, they're never responsible for changing. Look at their history of harming people without remorse. Track record of damaged relationships, burned bridges, people who won't speak to them. Stories of hurting others told without shame or regret. Pattern of leaving destruction in their wake and blaming everyone else. Past behavior predicts future behavior. If they've harmed others without remorse, you're not special. Every time David hurt Emma, emotionally or physically, the same pattern emerged. Emma would be crying, devastated by something David did or said. David would watch her cry with no emotion. When Emma said, "You really hurt me," David would respond with annoyance. "Here we go again. You're too sensitive." If Emma pushed for an apology, David would say, "Fine, I'm sorry you got hurt," making it about her feelings, not his actions. David never showed remorse, never seemed to genuinely care that he'd caused pain. Emma's therapist asked her, "In the years you've been together, has he ever shown genuine remorse for hurting you? Has he ever taken full accountability?" Emma realized the answer was no, not once. And that's when Emma understood she was with someone incapable of empathy. Someone who would keep hurting her because he simply didn't care that it hurt. Recognize that lack of empathy won't change. This is who they are, not a phase or stress response. Stop expecting them to care. They don't, they won't, no amount of explaining will make them. Document the harm. Keep records of what they've done. Your reality matters even if they deny it. Don't wait for accountability. They'll never take responsibility. Leave someone who can't feel remorse. Without internal motivation to stop harming you, they will continue. Sign 4. They have a history of violence or losing control. Past behavior is the strongest predictor of future behavior. If your partner has a history of violence, fights, arrests, assault charges, domestic violence with previous partners, threatening behavior, you're dating someone statistically likely to be violent with you. Many people rationalize this by believing they're different, they won't trigger the violence, or the partner is changed. But patterns of violence repeat. Look at their history of physical violence with others. Bar fights, assault charges, altercations that became physical. They frame these as the other person started it or justified violence. Multiple incidents across different situations and people. One fight might be circumstance. Pattern of violence is character. Violence is a behavior pattern that transfers across relationships. Check for domestic violence in previous relationships. Ex-partners have accused them of abuse, restraining orders, domestic violence charges. They claim all their exes are crazy or lying. If multiple exes report abuse, believe them, not your partner's version. One ex might be lying. Multiple exes reporting the same behavior are telling the truth. Listen to losing control stories they tell proudly. They tell stories about losing control and hurting people like it's acceptable or even admirable. I snapped on that guy and beat him unconscious. Or, when I lose it, I black out. I don't remember what I do. How they talk about past violence reveals whether they see it as problematic. Regret and change versus pride and justification. Notice pattern of escalating aggression with you. Started with verbal aggression, now it's physical intimidation. Intimidation has turned into shoving or grabbing. Each incident is slightly worse than the last. Violence follows an escalation pattern. It doesn't stay at one level. If they've been physical with you once, it will happen again and worse. Stop rationalizing, but they've never hit me. You're focusing on the fact that they haven't crossed that specific line yet. You're ignoring punching walls, throwing things, physical intimidation, grabbing, pushing, believing that as long as they don't hit you, it's not violence. Violence exists on a spectrum. Intimidation and property destruction are violence. Never hit me yet means you're anticipating it. That anticipation is fear, and fear is accurate. When Sophie met Ryan, he told her about his crazy ex who got a restraining order against him. Ryan said she was vindictive and lied about him being violent. Sophie believed him. Ryan had never been violent with her. Then Sophie discovered Ryan had been arrested twice for assault in bars. Ryan explained those away too, guys looking for fights. 6 months in, during an argument, Ryan grabbed Sophie's arm hard enough to leave bruises. Sophie was shocked. Ryan apologized and said he'd never done anything like that before. But he had, with his ex, in bars. In multiple situations, Sophie just hadn't believed the evidence. When Sophie finally contacted Ryan's ex, the woman said, "He strangled me. I almost died. Get out now." Sophie realized Ryan's violence wasn't new. It was a pattern she'd chosen to ignore until she became the target. Take violence history seriously. Past violence predicts future violence always. Contact previous partners if possible. If ex-partners report abuse, believe them. Don't believe "I've changed." Changed people have years of non-violence in therapy. Claims are not evidence. Recognize escalation. If any physical aggression has occurred, it will happen again and worse. Leave before it escalates further. Violence patterns don't de-escalate without intensive intervention. If this video is confirming fears you've been having, hit that subscribe button. We give you the information and validation you need to protect yourself. Now, let's talk about the final sign.
Sign 5. Your gut has been telling you something is wrong. The final and perhaps most important sign. Your instincts are screaming that something is wrong. You feel afraid, uneasy, on edge around them. Your body reacts to their presence with tension. You've caught yourself thinking, "I need to get away from this person," even if you can't articulate exactly why. Your gut has been telling you they're dangerous, but you've been rationalizing and ignoring it. Notice your physical fear response in their presence. Your body tenses when they come home. You feel your heart race during arguments. You experience fight or flight responses around them. Your body recognizes danger even when your mind rationalizes it away. Physical fear reactions are your nervous system detecting threat. See if you're walking on eggshells constantly. You monitor their mood constantly. You modify your behavior to avoid triggering them. You feel like you're managing a volatile, dangerous situation.
If you're constantly in threat assessment mode, you're living with a threat. Normal relationships don't require constant danger monitoring. Listen when others have expressed concern. Friends and family have told you they're worried about you. People who love you have said, that person is dangerous. You've been isolating from people who see what you're denying. Outsiders without emotional investment often see danger clearly. General relationship concerns are different from specific warnings about your safety. Notice if you've caught yourself planning escape. You've thought about how to leave safely. You've mentally planned where you'd go if you had to run. You've hidden money, documents, or made exit plans just in case. If you're planning escape routes, you know you're in danger. Escape planning is your subconscious acknowledging danger. And recognize if the relationship feels dangerous, not just difficult. There's a difference between relationship stress and relationship danger. You're not just unhappy, you feel unsafe. You've used words like afraid, scared, or dangerous to describe them. Trust the language your mind uses. If you call them dangerous, believe yourself. For months, Rachel's gut had been telling her something was wrong with her boyfriend. She couldn't point to one big thing, just a collection of moments where her body told her she was in danger. The way he looked at her during arguments, how her stomach dropped when she heard his key in the door, the nightmares where he hurt her. Rachel's best friend said, "Every time I ask how you are, you look terrified. What's going on?" Rachel admitted, "I'm afraid of him. I don't know why. He hasn't done anything really bad." Her friend asked, "If he hasn't done anything, why are you afraid?" Rachel couldn't answer. 3 weeks later, her boyfriend put her in the hospital. Afterward, Rachel realized her gut had been screaming danger for months. She'd just been rationalizing it away, waiting for proof that came in the form of violence that nearly killed her. Trust your gut. If you feel afraid or unsafe, you are afraid or unsafe. That feeling is data. Stop rationalizing fear away. I can't explain why I'm afraid doesn't mean fear is invalid. Listen to people who care about you. They see what you're too close to see. Name the feeling. If you're afraid, say it out loud. I'm afraid of my partner. Make a safety plan and leave. Fear is your body telling you to get away. Listen to it. If you're seeing these signs and need to know if your situation is escalated to life-threatening, watch our video on the 5 signs they're after your life. Don't ignore these. That video covers the most extreme warning signs that indicate immediate lethal danger. Links in the description. Dangerous people show you who they are. The signs are there, but we ignore them because we don't want to believe we're with someone capable of real harm. We make excuses, we rationalize, we tell ourselves we're overreacting. But here's the truth. If you recognize 3 or more of these signs, you're not overreacting. You're in a relationship with someone genuinely dangerous. Ask yourself honestly, am I afraid of my partner? Not occasionally frustrated or angry, afraid. Do I feel unsafe? Have I changed who I am to avoid triggering them? Have I made excuses for behavior that I'd recognize as dangerous in someone else's relationship? If yes to any of these, your instincts are trying to save your life. Listen to them. If this video confirmed fears you've been having, subscribe to this channel. We give you the information and validation you need to protect yourself. If you got out of a dangerous relationship, drop a comment sharing what finally made you leave. Your story could save someone else's life. Critical resources: the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233, 24/7. Crisis text line. Text START to 88788. Thehotline.org for safety planning. You deserve to feel safe with your partner, not just physically safe, emotionally safe. If you don't feel safe, if you're afraid, if your gut is screaming danger, you're right. Trust yourself. Make a plan, get help, and get out. Dangerous people don't become safe people. They become more dangerous. Leave before you become a statistic.